You guys wanted to know, and now I'm going to tell you. This video is about how I shoot my YouTube videos. Welcome back to the channel. I am Nefertiti Gold, and today I'm showing you how I shoot my YouTube videos. But first, slap up that subscribe. Now, I've gotten this question asked by a lot of people when it comes to my YouTube videos. And it's been mostly just like DMs or like personal messages. And I also posted a poll on YouTube asking you guys what you wanted to see next, and this was the top answer. And to be really honest, I've avoided answering this question because to me, I don't feel like I really do anything particularly special when it comes to shooting these videos. But even so, I'm still willing to be open and share some information with you guys. So I think the main thing that I'm gonna jump right into is the cameras that I use. The main camera that I'm on right now is the Sony a6600. I think this camera came out somewhere towards the end of 2019 or like the beginning of like 2020. And it was one of the first cameras that Sony introduced that had a flip out screen. And what I have paired with it is a 16 to 55 millimeter G Master lens. Now, I've been a Sony user for quite some time now. If you go back into my YouTube videos when I used to do a lot of covers, I had some older Sony cameras, but I've always been a user of Sony and I just love how their colors come out. Now, when it comes to like editing videos, I'm not much for color grading, like at all. I would much rather be making music. And because I'm not too into color grading, I try to make sure that I get the best image possible right out of the camera. And in order to do that, you do have to be familiar with your camera basics. And that usually includes understanding my ISO, my frame rate, and my shutter speed. And another thing that's helpful is knowing how to properly place my lighting. So my camera settings are always set to 24 frames per second, 150 is shutter speed, and I try to keep my aperture wide open at 2.8. And I also try to keep my ISO as low as possible to retain as much of the image quality as possible. I have an LED light panel that is attached to a small softbox, and I got that off of Amazon, and it's one of the cheaper lights that I use. It's a bicolor LED, so I can set the color temperature to what I need it to, and I usually have all of my settings set to something that's a little bit warm and a little bit golden. And for my audio, I use a wireless lav mic system. So I have this attached here, I have the transmitter on my hip, and the receiver is attached to the camera body. And I have everything set up on one stand. So I have the camera, the mic system, and the LED light all on one stand so that I don't have too many tripods taking up floor space. Now, when it comes to the beat videos that are on my channel, I have another camera, which is the Sony ZV-1. And the reason why I like using that for my beat videos is because of how lightweight it is. And the way that I use the ZV-1 for my beat videos is that I just attach it to a boom arm mic stand and I just have it flipped over my desk. And because of the boom arm, I can have it set up not only as my overhead shot, but I also use it as my primary webcam. The process of shooting my beat videos is pretty much straightforward. What I like to do is just record myself playing each part live, and then once I mix down the song, I basically just line up the audio that was recorded into the camera to the official audio that I bounced out of my DAW, and once it's lined up, then I just delete the camera audio and then keep the MP3 that I bounced out. Now, usually the entire process of shooting videos, depending on the video, can range anywhere between 6 to 8 hours, start to finish, shooting and editing, including setup and cleanup. And quite frankly, that's really it. I don't do anything particularly special because, again, I just want to make music, but I also want to have the best video quality as possible. This entire process can be very time consuming, but to be completely honest, I actually really do love doing this, so I feel that it's all worth it. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, you know the vibes. Slap that subscribe. And if you did not like this video, go ahead and hit that dislike button 2 times, and I'll see you in the next video.